What is going on YouTube? Welcome to the Legion of Comics. I'm Mark, and it's another new comic book day for March 17th coming right up. Before we check out what awesome titles are going to be hitting shelves, check this out. So if you haven't already, be sure to go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you to everyone who's already subscribed and supports the channel. Be sure to ring that notification bell so you are alerted when future videos drop in the future. So the 17th is New Comic Book Day. There's a lot of stuff hitting shelves. Seems like there's not as much as before, especially post Future State. DC has really slimmed down their titles and it's starting to show. But that's not too bad this week because it looks like it's going to be a double-edged sword. Less titles, but a lot of variants that I'll be picking up. So getting right to it, what I have in my pool box coming up is Flash 768. So with this one, I'm going straight with that cover B. It's a beautiful cover of Wally through the ages. It's a very Wally-centric story. We saw in Infinite Frontier #0, where Barry is kind of passing the torch on to Wally. We've seen this happen numerous times. It happened in Death Metal and the Speed Metal one-shot. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with it. I don't know if it's going to be a one-off Wally story or if they're going to start keeping the Flash title Wally-centric. I really hope they do. In my mind, they need to kind of lean into what they did with Future State with Barry and kind of just old man bury him, let him be kind of more of a mentor than a focus point, and let Wally take back over the mantle. It's just his time to shine again, man. He's just such a more intriguing Flash. Like, he's already outpassed Barry in every way, shape, fashion, or form. He was the Flash for a couple decades, and they established that he was faster. Everything Barry's done, he's done better. I'm very biased on this one. I'm just ready to see Wally get back out there and get in the front of the pack again. So I'm very excited for this one. I can't wait. I hope they really do him some justice. And speaking of justice, next up on my list, we have Justice League issue number 59. So Bendis is taking over this title. So I don't know if that makes you nervous or not. He didn't have a very acclaimed run on Superman, but I didn't dislike it. It definitely wasn't my favorite Superman run. He didn't ruin the character, nothing like that. And he had Ivan Reyes on the art. So we'll see. I'm going with his cover B wraparound for this one. The cover A is cool, but I'm just kind of feeling these wraparounds. And I like covers that match in the collection. So I've got the Batman, the Superman. I'm going to be getting this Justice League as well. So this is where the variant game kicks in. This is New Comic Book Day for March 17th. Well, March 18th, the biggest event in DC cinematic history is about to happen when we get the Snyder Cut on HBO Max. So DC is celebrating with a run of variants for this Justice League title, issue number 59. And we have, oh yeah, I do want to point out, Rom V is doing the backup story in this Justice League book. So it is going to have a $4.99 price tag, but Rom V is doing the Justice League Dark story, just like he was doing on Future State, which was awesome. So if you enjoyed that, you can get more of it in the backup story in Justice League. Back to the variants. So the first one of three, we have a Liam Sharp cover right here, and it features Cyborg, Batman, and Steppenwolf. That is some really, really wicked art. Steppenwolf is looking fierce. This one might be my favorite one. I don't know. The Steppenwolf design is just amazing. I really enjoy it. But it's a tough call because Lee Bermejo is doing the other one with Superman in his black suit, Flash, and Darkseid behind him. And Lee Bermejo is he's just a beast on covers, man. He really is. Now, the legendary Jim Lee is also doing a cover. This one doesn't really stand out to me for Jim Lee's art style, but it is him. But the coolest part is we get like an official look at Martian Manhunter on the cover. We all know he's been rumored to be in the movie, but here's like a straight up shot of him in this. And it looks like kind of like, I don't know if it's like a sun or like supposed to be the red Mars, but I don't know what's behind him. But you have Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Martian Manhunter on the cover of the other Zack Snyder's Justice League book. So really pumped to actually see him in the movie. They've given us a good bit of trailers for the movie, but it's 4 hours long. I don't think you could really plot ruin a 4 hour long movie with a 2 minute trailer, because they've left a lot of stuff out that the fans really are expecting to see in there, i.e. Martian Manhunter, the Green Lantern correction. Of course, it happened with the Justice League one. But anyways, back to the pools. Next one that I'm really excited about is Tom King's Batman Catwoman issue number 4. So with issue number 3, we're really starting to see like some of the pieces fall together. And we got some more questions in that last little couple panels of issue number 3. With like Selena, we know is working with the Joker. We know that she's trying to keep it out from Batman's attention. We know he probably knows, but we also know that in that in the timeline that kind of shows you like them in the old age, Batman is supposedly dead. Selena's done killed the Joker. Dick Grayson is the the commissioner in Gotham, and Catwoman and Batman's daughter Helena is the Batman currently in the city. So she's like questioning her mom, and her mom's lying to her. There's total distrust inside the family, and so there's looks like there's distrust with Selena and her daughter. There's distrust between Selena and Batman. There's distrust between Selena and the Joker working together. So it seems like she's kind of the focus point of distrust in this book. I don't know if that's where they're leaning, if coming out of like the callback to Tom King's run on Batman, where they were supposed to get married, and this is just kind of showing us that it never would have worked in the end because she's just an untrustworthy person. I don't know, but I'm excited to see where they're going to go with it. It's a very intriguing story. I'm really enjoying it. So last week we did see Batman Urban Legends drop, which was like the first of the anthology style books that DC's doing. This week we're going to be seeing the next one, which is Superman Red and Blue. So this has a large creative team on it, including John Ridley headlining one of the stories, who did amazing in Future State. He did pretty good with the first issue of the Other History of DC Universe. I wasn't real big on that second one, but haven't read the third one yet. We'll see how it goes. But this one's done in like this classic, just red and blue and white. So I think that's really cool how they do that. You're going to get different eras of Superman and supporting cast members. It's an oversized book. It's a $5.99 price tag. Lee Bermejo is doing a variant for it, so I'm probably going to go with that one. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with both covers or not yet, but definitely getting that Lee Bermejo cover. It is sick. And speaking of sick covers, Lee Bermejo is awesome, but Alex Ross is even better. Iron Man #7, Chris Cantwell's Iron Man's coming out. I'm still holding out hope for this. They're still running that same first story arc, and it's kind of a slow burn, but it's kind of a character study at the same time. I don't know how well he's doing that, but there's kind of some cool supporting cast members in here now. You have the Scarlet Spider has shown up. You have Frogman. So it's getting kind of a little kind of hodgepodge teamish, and I like that. I kind of like it when you just throw this ragtag team together, people who just don't fit. It just catches my attention pretty quick. So we're going to see if he stops Korvac in this issue, if they keep pushing it and pushing it. But I don't know, man. I'm still getting it. I'm trying to hold out hope. I don't want to just not have any Marvel stuff that I'm picking up each week, but I'm still finding most of my pickups are in DC or in the indie categories, like with Radiant Black #2 dropping. I'll definitely be picking that one up. The first one didn't blow my socks off. It seemed like a clear Power Ranger knockoff, but I'm excited to see how it's different from that. Can't really judge a series by that issue one. I have faith in Kyle Higgins, who's writing this, and I hope that it really just takes off from here. This is an amazing cover. Just a standard A. I'll be going with that one. But that pretty much rounds out everything that I'm guaranteed to have in my pool box. But there are some other awesome stuff that I really am considering. I'm considering picking up the Nightwing. It picks up with issue 78, but Tom Taylor is taking over the series. Thor #13 is coming out from Donny Cates. I am not picking that up. Not sure if I'll try to read it or not, but definitely not picking it up. And we have a couple King in Black tie-ins with Sword #4 and King in Black Spider-Man #1 is also coming out. And then we got Star Wars Bounty Hunters issue #3, TMNT issue #115, which seems like it's pretty cool because we had Token and Razor introduced in that last issue. So they're coming face to face with Bebop and Rocksteady, who were supposed to be the original characters in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 when it became Token and Razor. So that's pretty cool. And a couple that really have my interest. Well, Origins has been good. I'm a couple issues behind on that one. But issue #5 of that's coming out, and it's only a 6-issue series. So I might just wait for 6 to come out and just kill those last 3 issues all in one sitting. But this one's really got my attention. It's a new #1 from Image Comics. It's an ultra-sized book. It's got ultra-sized characters, ultra-sized destruction. It's ultra mega. So you have like people that have turned into giant monsters, destroying the city. There's few things that are humanity's last hope. It just seems outrageous, just ultra crazy. And I definitely suggest picking this one up off the shelf and flipping through it, seeing if it's something that you might be into or not, because it just seems like such a cool concept. So that one I'm really excited about. I might end up picking it up. I think it does have like a $6 or $7.99 price tag on it because it's an oversized book. I'm assuming it's going to be a square bound, but it's got my interest, so I'm going to give it a second take when I get there on Friday to pick up my books if they have any left. So also coming out, and I'm kind of on the fence about this one too. I never pick up Catwoman. I never follow her standalone series. I did read it during Future State, and I was pleasantly surprised because again, my attention kind of got thrown over to Rom Veeder and Future State and how well he was doing on the titles he was touching. And Catwoman is kind of like one of his mainstays. So Catwoman 29 is coming out. I really have no interest in her actual story, but I'm so impressed with his writing that I'm sure I'd probably enjoy it. But I don't know if I want to get into another title right now, not one as hate to say it, as insignificant as Catwoman normally is. But there's also a new #1 coming from Marvel, and we have Black Knight, Curse of the Ebony Blade. So if you're into the Black Knight stuff, definitely give it a try, I'm assuming. But there's some other great titles coming out this week. There's definitely more going to be on those shelves. So make sure you go over them, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Make sure you don't miss anything. Don't leave anything behind and get that fear of missing out syndrome. And be sure to support all your local shops if you're able to. And if you want to know what my hot pick for the week is going to be, hop over to the Comic Vets channel, subscribe to it, and hit that notification bell, because every Sunday following this video, we post our top picks video. And I also want to give a big thank you to Paul and Donna at the Augusta Book Exchange. They're the keepers of my comics, the guardians of my pool box. They always make sure everything that I'm looking for is safe, secure, and waiting for me in my box when I get there. You'll find no better customer service anywhere, and you can locate them on Facebook. All right, guys, I appreciate you checking out the video. Be sure to go ahead and let me know what you're picking up this week in the comments below. Let me know if I missed anything that I should be reading. I'll definitely give it a shot and give it a try if you think I should. And you can always connect and follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Both of the links to those places are in the description to this video. So until next time, guys, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.